it. You send me flowers for no reason at all. And you don't hear from me, you always call. And I like it.
Y'all like it too.
Oh, I like it. But I also
know what time it is. It is time for the Hot Flash Happy Hour right here on WJZZ Cool TV, the coolest station in the world, where we stream live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter Live. And you can join us every Thursday at 7 to 8 on WJZZ Cool TV for my show, Hot Flash Happy Hour. I am your host, Tasha Owens. And Jimmy Alter may come in remotely a little bit later. I know he's at work, and he said he's going to try and take a little break just to say hello to us. So hats off to our folks in the medical field that are helping patients in that and doing those things. So, Jimmy, hats off to you and everybody there. And today we have a wonderful special guest in our office. It sounds like an office. I've been here like 3 years. So it's the office for me.
Right.
Is a wonderful guitarist, singer, songwriter, player, and everything that I've recently got to know more, probably over the last few months or so.
Mm-hmm.
But he's been around a while, and he's got a lot of stuff going on, and we kind of like him on the east side, because that's where I see him mostly. Mr. Josh Carlyle. So we're going to talk to Josh, and then find out what's going on with him musically and all that good stuff. And first of all, I do miss Jimmy. I love him because he always has a lot to say. I'm usually just like the hood ornament because I'm kind of cute, but it's okay.
He does. He can talk. He really
can talk. He really can. And I'm usually one just taking notes. Oh, is that right? Is that right? But we do like to have fun on the show, and it is all about music and our appreciation for music, why we do it. And, of course, we want to bring our friends on who can also tell everybody why we do it and what makes it so special, especially coming from the Detroit metro area. So, again, this is I will say it every show if I have to. This is the music mecca of the world. It has always been and will always be. The best musicians come from Detroit. You can quote me on that.
Well, I'm not originally from Detroit, but I'll take it.
That's all right. Once you're adopted to our lifestyle and everything here and into the groove like you've been doing really well, we welcome you. So we welcome you.
Been about 8 or 9 years, I think. I just started playing, though, again, a couple years back, and then the pandemic hit. So,
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
The wonderful pandemic. It's that year we'd like to forget. We're calling it the gap. The gap year. I see it in that phrase being used also on television and things as well. So yeah, got caught in the gap year. And one thing during that gap year that was going on is our shows here were still going on here at WJZZ Cool TV and WDDS Dirty TV and We TV World have been going on through all that, and we've been trying to keep folks interested in the music and know what's going on, and how we've been coaxing through all that and supporting each other. So,
right.
So I think we're gonna have some conversations about that today.
Yeah.
And so again, here I am trying to talk, and I'm not really that good at it, but we're gonna wing it. So. So I do want to let the folks know, usually at the beginning of the show, we kind of give because we have some regular listeners, so we want to thank you guys for listening. Thank you. And they want to know what's going on, what's happening. So tomorrow, I do want to let you know, if I may be a little, shameless promoting. Hey, I will be at the Caju Cafe tomorrow doing the tribute with Jeff Beck, along with Chris Guzaba, Chuck Bartels, and we got my buddy from Black Lotus, Mark Lotus. Mark Lotus will be on that gig as well, and we're going to have a good time tomorrow. Tickets are still on sale, so please contact the Caju Cafe. Reserve your seats, reserve your tickets. Tomorrow's going to be a great show. We got a lot of response from last time that we were there, so I'll be doing that. Yeah,
the show looks exciting.
Oh yeah, it's going to be great. So, so absolutely. So hey, people, get ready. Might be one of the songs on the show. Wink, wink. So come on out tomorrow for that. And then again, December 26th, we have the Satin Doll review. As you regular listeners have been finding out on the show, and those of you that attended the show, I want to say thank you. The last one we did was on the 11th at the Aretha's Jazz Cafe. We're doing this one December 26th at the Tangent Gallery. So your tickets on sale now, and they're going pretty fast. So that's going to be a great show. It features myself, hello, hi, Sky Covington, our creator and producer and writer. She's Billie Holiday. We have Kimmy Horn doing Sarah Vaughan. Thornetta Davis, come on y'all, doing Bessie Smith. We have myself doing Etta James. We have Nina Simone doing Dinah Washington, and then Faye Bradford doing Nina Simone.
That's neat.
So, and we're all in perfect character, and it's a wonderful experience. So if you have not yet experienced that, I urge you to grab tickets for that as well. December 5th, another thing, it's time of year where we need to give back all the time, right?
Absolutely.
So December 5th, this is one of my favorite charities that I've been involved in for, over 10 years now. I think it's more than 10 years. I'm not sure the anniversary of this year for it, but it's called Rock for Tots. And it used to be a one-day thing, and in one day we would get about 45 artists for a 12-hour period to perform. And the interest of the show is unwrap toys and things, and donations like that, monetary donations, raffles. We have baskets where all of our music is involved. You can win those baskets and get all local music.
Very cool.
Yeah, and of course, the favorite liquor basket that a lot of us like to bid on is some silent auctions. We usually have Mr. Dave Santia do a speed painting, which he auctions off to, and all this money goes to giving our kids, a good Christmas. People who couldn't normally have a good Christmas.
That's
and
awesome.
And helping out the parents too, so that they can concentrate on what's going to take it to get them to the next step to doing it themselves. So
Very cool.
it's a very good thing. Rock for Tots is going to be December 4th and December 5th. That's a Saturday and Sunday. I will be there on the December 5th at 8 o'clock. I think this is going to be at Freddy's. So Freddy's in Clinton Township on Garfield. So they've been wonderful to host this event for us as well. It's been many different places, and we're landed at Freddy's this year. So please, December 5th, come on out, the 4th or 5th, and donate toys, raffles, and all this at 50-50, so you get a chance to win some money too, and then support our local children. The Goodfellows sponsor that as well.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I'm getting all this homework out at the beginning of the show, and I'll probably do it again at the end of the show. So again, your Hot Flash Happy Hour, and thank you to our sponsors, the Michigan Association of Music Artists and the Michigan Music Hall of Fame. So thank you guys for sponsoring the show, Hot Flash Happy Hour. So Josh, now that I've done my spiel, I want to take you, first of all, where did you come here from and all that stuff? And then, what's your history with music? What's your love for music? And just, gradually come on out and tell the story.
Sure. I'm from Indianapolis originally.
Okay.
Grew up there on the west side, mainly in the Speedway area, right where the track is. They have the Indy 500 there every year.
My buddy Mike plays the Star Spangled Banner.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
Mike Smith for that.
Hey, cool. In high school, I sang the national anthem at Carb Day with the choir I was in high school.
Nice.
So that's a little connection. We played some music at the track.
What? What?
But yeah, so that's where I came from, and I started playing music when I was 14, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
And some friends of my folks had a band, and they played like Moose Lodges and.
Yeah, they tip pretty well. I remember. I remember the Moose Lodges in Warren when I was in my rock band. They tip pretty well.
I tell you what, they gigged hard at those places. That was the band was called the Stone Mountain Band,
Nice.
and they were a lot of fun. And I kind of got the passion to want to play guitar from watching the singer and his two sons, Dell Jr. and Dane. They all played Stratocasters and Telecaster, and it looked so cool to me that I just had to try it. So I started then, and basically immediately started trying to write songs.
Almost immediately. That's great.
Yeah.
And it was based on What inspired you to actually start writing? Was it the groove? Was it the sound of the guitar? What was?
It was I wanted to be a really good technical guitar player.
Okay.
But that wasn't happening at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And I just liked to write, and I started out just finding cool chord progressions and stuff that I liked, or stealing them from
Hey, there's 12 notes. Come on. Really?
Yeah.
Are we stealing? We're sharing.
No, you have to.
Yeah, we're sharing, not stealing. There's 12 freaking notes.
Right. In each key, there's only so many chords that sound right together.
There's only so many combinations.
Yeah. So you mix up the rhythm and you try to be creative with
Right.
the lyrics, and so that's what I tried to do. And I had a band in high school, in high school I was in a band.
So what years? I'm trying to imagine the hairstyles.
Oh my God!
And possibly the outfits you might have worn in the high school.
I had a mullet.
No shit.
Yes. Yeah. If a friend of mine were here, he would definitely have a picture of it on his phone to show you. My buddy Jared would. But yeah, I had the mullet with all the other '90s accoutrement that goes with that terribleness. And yeah, we were trying to do a punk band kind of thing, but I was
like
always
punk around here.
Yeah, I was always wanted to play the blues though, and so everything I wrote, I tried to infuse some sort of blues to it.
That's great. You're finding your own sound, kind of.
Yeah, that's kind of
that's awesome.
Everything I've learned on guitar and writing and everything has basically just been hunt and peck kind of thing. I took maybe a month of lessons when I was a kid, and I had the choir experience in high school. But as far as really knowing music, I just kind of found my way around on it.
So are you a good, this is a great person to ask too, since you're like kind of in between that. Are you a good score reader? Can you?
No.
Me too, neither. And they were like, what key is that? I'm like, the key of T.
Yeah.
All the time. Like, whenever I open my mouth, that's the key.
Yeah, right.
But I try. I really try. But then I'm like, I don't really know what key.
No, I can't tell you that stuff. And especially that's frustrating when I go to the jams and I'd like to sometimes just get up and play guitar and not sing.
Right.
Because then someone else is picking the songs and I can follow along and stuff.
Right.
But when I'm singing, and sometimes there's guys up there that I've never played with before, and I go in and do an original, that's, I try to make it so it's easy for people to follow along, but it falls apart sometimes, and that's how music is. Live music especially, is sometimes it's going to get a little shaky.
Absolutely.
But that's fun too. That's a learning experience.
It is a learning experience, and learning how to play with different people. So jams are really important if you're trying to get into this business too. I mean, unless you're, went from education, even then jams are still good because you know how to read other people.
Yeah.
Everything's not all the way to score to scale. So I approve of any kind of jam that you go to. I hosted one successfully for 5 years myself, and just wonderful things came out of that. So I cannot stress that enough.
Sorry, is the Monday night jam at Caju what you're hosting now? Is that going like?
It's still going on, and what we're going in a little bit different direction because I'm getting a little bit busy. So yeah, the Monday night jam at the Caju will continue. I just may not be there all the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a fun jam.
But yeah, it is a fun jam. It is a really fun jam. So yeah, Monday nights Caju Cafe, y'all.
But at all the jams though, I've got to meet some players that just, I don't think I ever would have met obviously without going to jams, and just some of these people, it's like they've got some history, and you find out, not being from around here, when you find out that somebody was in the Blues Hall of Fame, Chicago Blues Hall of Fame.
Yeah, John Watkins.
Yeah,
he's been on the show.
Yeah, and Billy Davis.
Jr.
Yes. Those are people that
Billy Davis Jr., but Billy Davis, our Billy Davis. You gotta correct myself.
But that's a learning experience, and it's an honor, for them to even let me stand on the stage with them and stuff. So
it's all about coming back home too. Like I mentioned, we got the best players here, but when we come home, and it's just like being at home. So when you see those players, Jim McCarty and those guys out doing jams and at the local clubs, it's because that's where they feel comfortable.
Jim McCarty, I can't remember how many years ago this was now, but a friend of my wife and I's, her husband now wanted to propose to her. He's a guitar player, and it was at the Blue Goose in St. Clair Shores.
Which will be open soon again.
Yeah. Robbie Frazier's his name.
I know Robbie Frazier.
Yeah?
Yes, I play with Robbie Frazier.
Well, Robbie got up with Jim McCarty, and he proposed to her on stage after playing some kick-ass tunes with Jim McCarty. I was blown away the first time I heard Jim McCarty. It was wow.
Oh yeah, he's the one that got me into blues. I'll tell you that story right after I say thank you guys once again for watching Hot Flash Happy Hour on WJZZ Cool TV, the coolest station in the world. And we stream live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter Live, and Twitch every Thursday from 7 to 8. And I am your host, Tasha Owens, and I have a wonderful guest here, Mr. Josh Carlyle. But we do want you to like, share, comment, all the other crap, subscribe. They tell you to do, follow the leader, follow the points. Follow the red dots. and you'll see us all the time. And we encourage you to share with others and let us know how we're doing. You can comment, you can call in if you get a chance, or if you'd like to, at 313-355-6018. And you'll get the lowdown on what's happening now, what's coming up in the future, and wonderful people like this that we're discovering out there in the music world. So thank you again for listening. So Josh, I'll get back to my Jim McCarty story.
Okay.
Story. Yes. I only had one sip, I promise. I might talk straight if I finish the can, but he was the one that got me into singing the blues. Yeah, I did rock and roll for about 15 years or so.
Okay.
And somebody invited me to a jam on the east side, so we got a shout out. Hey, we got a caller. Hi, y'all. Hello, people calling. Hello, what's your name and what's your comment and all that good stuff?
I got late to the program, but I was trying to figure out who's the guest tonight.
Mr. Josh Carlyle, singer, songwriter, guitar player.
Hello.
Tosh Carlyle.
Josh
Carlyle.
Correct.
Carlyle,
Yes,
yeah.
Josh Carlyle. Do you have a question for Josh?
What kind of music does Josh play?
All right, Josh.
I play. I do some cover tunes in an acoustic show, blues, country, rock songs from the 70s, 80s, 90s.
Oh, you play a little bit of everything.
But in your songwriting, and we're like, you said you incorporated some blues into.
Do you have a band?
I do not right now. I'm looking to join one or start
No,
one.
I don't have a band either. I'm looking for a band too.
Oh, well, definitely would like you to leave some comments with your information, and maybe we can get you guys introduced and see what happens. This is how it happens with the jams and everything that we've been talking
Well,
about.
I'm waiting for
What's your name, by the
Tasha
way,
Owens
caller?
to start hosting a jam session.
Oh, here we go. I did do a jam session for a good 5 years, and occasionally I do as well. So, yes, you probably see me back out there. Who's calling, by the way?
Lester Hambone Brown.
Oh, I should have known it was you. Hi, Lester. I should have known it was you. How you doing, Lester?
Oh, I'm old and I'm cold.
Mr. Guitar Blues Player himself. Thank you for calling. You are awesome, Lester. And I appreciate. Have you seen Josh around? Lester, have you seen Josh play around?
No, I don't think I have.
Because you ain't been to the east side in a while. I've been watching you, so I'm just kind of putting that in your ear.
Okay, sounds good. All right, I ain't gonna hold up the show.
Oh,
I'll talk to you later.
Thank you, honey. Love you.
Bye, Lester.
All right, bye, baby.
Bye.
I've seen him on Facebook, and I think
He's
I might
phenomenal.
I think I might have seen him play somewhere where I didn't play.
Right.
'Cause some nights I'll just go and I just want to sit and
Right.
soak it in.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, but I have heard of him, and I'm glad he called.
He's a local legend. Lester is awesome. He's been hanging out with us for a long time, even on the show, and even messed with the musicians too, and good friends of ours. And that we host backyard boogie parties back here in the summertime. And he was the recipient of a wonderful raffle where he won this giant bottle of whiskey.
Nice. Hey.
And I'm still waiting on him to share it with me. So there you go, Lester.
Now he knows. He's going to have to crack that open for you.
But what a wonderful surprise. Thanks for calling, Lester. And please, again, if you'd like to call in, it's 313-355-6018. And getting back to that story, which is awesome, I of course, I said I did the rock for so long, and I went to a jam that he was hosting, and he's such a wonderful spirit. He was hosting this jam, and to get into the jam, he had to bring in clothing and that for the homeless. So wonderful person inside.
That's awesome.
Very great humanitarian and a wonderful friend, Jim McCarty. And I go into this jam, and I'm sitting with my friend, Big Al Gorbovic. I don't know if you've met him yet, but you probably will, especially if you're doing blues, you will. So hi to Al. And I'm sitting next to him, and I'm like, oh, Jimmy's awesome. He's awesome. He goes, well, go up there and jam. And I says, no. Well, somebody told him I was there. And he says, well, come on up and jam. And I'm like, well, I don't do any blues. You know, I'm coming from the rock world, like Rush, you know, whatever. I'll do all that. And then he goes, no. And he looks at me and he goes, look, I tell you what, I'm going to play and you're going to sing. And I'm like, oh, shit. So my friend goes, you don't tell Jim McCarty no. So I said, okay. And then he started doing this 12-bar thing and got a little slower. And I made up some kind of, out of fear, complete fear, a couple of choruses or verses of something called 313 Blues, and it was just so much fun.
You just freestyled it?
I freestyled it like I was like the head rapper on the scene. I don't know where the words came from, but out of fear, it all came out of my mouth. And it was fantastic. I wish somebody would have recorded it back then.
I very recently had to do that at a jam. We started playing this groove that it's part of one of my songs, but I just lost the lyrics. And so I just started babbling. I just make up something.
Well, wasn't it fun?
It was fun. And fortunately, I didn't have to do it for very long. And I got off stage and was like, oh, I did it. But
oh, I think that's fantastic. I mean, yeah, I was like just thrown right into the deep end of the pool. So ever since then, that's been my thing. I throw people right deep into the pool.
Yeah.
See what you're made of.
That's kind of the only way to do it. It's, that when that band that I told you about, my parents, the Stone Mountain Band, like after I got 4 or 5 chords under my hands, they got me up on stage with them at these places. And these places that after a certain hour, kids aren't supposed to be in.
Right.
Here I am, 15 years old, and I'm playing my Strat turned down real low, but I'm up on stage with these guys, and that kind of killed any stage fright that I was ever going to have. So I don't really have that anymore. I have like performance anxiety sometimes. It's not about people watching.
Talk about the difference.
Oh.
Yes, stage fright and performance anxiety. They're both very real things, you guys.
Yeah. So. The stage fright to me, it's when someone just can't get up on stage and talk or sing, or the fear of being watched is too overwhelming for them. Performance anxiety, I think most performers have to some degree.
Yes.
It's just, and it's natural. It's you.
1,000%.
You want your performance to be good, and sometimes it falls apart, and that's part of the gamble. But I think performance anxiety is healthy. Stage fright, not necessarily. But
yes. I love the way you'd just said determined between the both of those phrases, because they both are very, very, very correct and very true and happen. I always say that I'm stage fright, but I do believe my correct term is performance anxiety. I'm not afraid to get up on the stage. Yeah. It's just a matter of fact, after I get up in there, it's like, are they going to like me? Yeah. Am I going to do it right? Am I going to touch this person? I'm going to do my performance, but am I going to reach these people?
Right.
So that's all going in your head throughout your entire performance, or at least for the most part at the beginning.
Yeah.
Definitely at the beginning. So let me say, oh, they were a little nervous and then she got in her groove. Well, that's a lot of what performance anxiety is all about.
Yeah, in a crowd.
So great determination. I don't think we've had that conversation on this show before about that. So awesome.
Yeah, it's that's very real. I struggle with that every time. I think I get up. There's part of me that is nervous about it, and part of it is natural, and part of it is I have Parkinson's disease. I was diagnosed about 8 years ago, and that plays with your memory.
Okay.
So like I was at a jam. Was it last night? Three Blind Mice.
Yeah, it would be last night.
Yeah. So I got up and well, as soon as I got there, they were like, Brendan asked me if I wanted to get up next because they'd just come down for a break.
Right.
And I'm down. I'll go and just try whatever. And but I wasn't necessarily expecting to sing, so I got put where I'm picking the songs, and we were gonna do Cocaine. Eric Clapton's Cocaine, not do cocaine.
Yeah, you gotta be careful when you say that.
Yeah,
on the show.
we weren't gonna be snorking.
We were gonna do some cocaine on the bar, and then
it's funny,
the cops came in.
At a jam at the Stray Cat, I said, "You guys want to do cocaine?" And I'd never met that drummer before, but he was just like, "Yes." He's very serious about it. He's like, "Yes, let's do some. Do you have some?" Like, no, I don't. I mean the song. But last night I played that song for 20-some years, and we started jamming on it, and that's part of having Parkinson's disease. I could not remember the beginning lyrics to that song, and so we're just doing the hook over and over, and I'm leaning over to a guy, I'm like, "How's this go?" And eventually the drummer cued me, and I'm fine,
Right.
But normally at my shows, I bring a music stand and I have all my lyrics and stuff there.
Right.
And that gets rid of that anxiety.
Absolutely.
That. But, that's going to happen to me.
Right.
And that's not going to stop me from getting up and playing.
And you know what? And even some of those little things that make a big difference that actually people get into a big to-do about music stands. Now, you never know why somebody's using a music stand. So anytime, now you see, due to its physical abilities and everything, that this is probably something that he would need to maximize his show. So while you people are out there, and I've seen it so much on the fake book, on the Facebook.
That's what it is.
Yes. That, if you're not, don't use a music stand, you're not professional. You never know what the is going on.
No.
And somebody else's role and somebody else's, life or what's happening. But my thing is open your ears. Open your ears and listen to the music. The music is what makes us do what we do, and it should be what makes you happy.
Yeah.
So while you guys are out there judging, think about that.
One place I played, it was the first time I played there. I can't remember the name of it, but brought my music stand, and it might have been to a jam, I think. Yeah, and so it was my turn to get up. I get my music stand all set up, and I tapped on the mic, and I said, some people like to think that bringing a music stand means you're not really, you don't know your stuff. I think it's because I'm a goddamn professional.
Amen. You see, all orchestras do it. And symphonies, and they rehearse constantly.
Oh, and nowadays you'll see at concerts. I'll watch a Les Claypool concert on TV. Him and Sean Lennon.
Oh,
they had a band
going.
Him. Yeah, but they were playing live, and there's a thing that you can attach to your mic stand that holds an iPad.
Right.
And so the lyrics are scrolling there, so you never know. Somebody might have a mini mic stand or a mini music stand going.
Oh yeah, they're using it very popularly now, and I think they probably look better because they're not so much bigger, but it's for the same purpose.
Yeah, my music stand's ugly. It's covered in stickers from rock and roll stickers. I got rap stickers on there, all kinds of stuff. So it does look.
So one day we'll be able to auction off your music stand because of how you designed it.
Hey, it's also got a big bent corner where I dropped it on stage one time.
Right.
Yeah.
That's all right. We like the used versions. They all have the stories. Each dent has a wonderful story.
Absolutely. And this guitar's got some character on it now too.
Okay, so for the gearheads out there, what kind of guitar is that? Why do you choose that? And for what reasons would you play that one?
This one is a Martin D10E.
I heard Martin before.
Yeah.
It's pretty popular. I don't play music, so I just sing.
They make great guitars. They're in Nazareth, Pennsylvania. That's where the main place is.
So made in the USA.
Yeah.
Okay.
My dad, actually, he bought a guitar. He never learned to play it, but when I was a kid, he bought a guitar that was called Sigma, and that was a division of Martin, and that made me look into Martin. And I don't play them exclusively, but this is what I've got right now, and it's been dropped, and I had some stickers on it.
It's seasoned.
Yes, it is. It's very seasoned.
It's a seasoned guitar.
Yeah, I was gonna bring my more seasoned guitar that I've had for 20 years now. But I was putting strings on it today, and I broke one. I didn't have an extra one, so I'll bring this one instead. But
so the old reliable.
Right. That's what it is.
Gotta love it.
It is a sturdy guitar, I'll tell you that. And when I play electric, I have all my life played Fender Stratocasters until I've had a couple of them, Les Pauls, and I didn't like any of them until like the one I have now. I've got this is last year's model, standard 60s reissue. So it's like the guitars they made in the 60s. Okay. But it's the first Les Paul I've ever owned that I really, really like.
Very cool.
But this is the workhorse. This is where most of my shows, as at my solo shows, this is what I play.
So are you ready to play a tune for us now? And,
sure.
And we're going to set up the tune and stuff before you start playing. And what inspired you? Is this going to be original?
Yeah, I want to do an original.
All right. Okay, and so right before we do that, we are right on schedule to say hello and thank you guys again for watching Hot Flash Happy Hour. We appreciate your patronage and your viewership. And we are watching live on WJZZ Cool TV, the coolest station in the world. And we're streaming live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter all around the world. So we want you to like, comment, share, subscribe, and please tell a friend and tune in as often as you can. So for every Thursday from 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you'll see Hot Flash Happy Hour on WJZZ Cool TV. I am Tasha Owens, your host. Jimmy's at work tonight, so we're going to welcome our wonderful guest, Mr. Josh Carlyle. And Josh is going to bless us with a live performance. And we're going to set up that performance for you.
Okay.
All right.
This first song, I don't know how many you'd like me to play tonight, but there is one cover that I want to get to because you and I had discussed the homelessness problem.
Yes.
And there's a beautiful song by Towns Van Zandt that I'd like to play for everybody if I could. Mm-hmm. But that one's kind of a bummer. So I thought
But this is the season to feel that way.
Sure.
About those folks too.
Sure.
And I'm going to close mine out with my own Cold in Detroit. So yeah,
nice.
Absolutely. Let's do that.
Well, okay. This one is. Let's try to keep it a little more fun. Well, I can't remember how long I wrote this one. It's on one of my.
What inspired you?
Just. It's kind of a funky blues song, and it was just trying to write a funky blues song, and so the lyrics are kind of
funky and bluesy.
Yeah, they're not especially that meaningful, but it's kind of about a guy and a woman breaking up, and he's booting her out.
Classic blues tune.
Yeah, it is a little hack, I'll admit. But
did she throw her shit out on the porch?
He tells her to get hers out. You'll hear it. Here we go.
There we go.
All right. Yeah, this is called Third Time's a Charm.
Uh-oh.
Said I need you, but I ain't mean a single word. I said I need you, but I ain't mean a single word. Well, the way you did me wrong, honey, I don't care what you heard. Pack your things up, you pack your things right up and go. You pack your things up, baby, pack your things, you got to go. Well, the things you did to poor me, honey, I don't care, leave me alone. That's your time now, darling. That's your time, you got to go. Well, that's your time now, darling. That's your time, please leave me alone. Why don't Bandito back, little baby? Won't be mistreated anymore.
I like that.
Thanks.
Like, get out, child.
Yeah, that was, I wanted to write some easier stuff. I think at the time I was getting too in my head about trying to write lyrics and stuff. Sometimes it can just be easy. You
Yeah,
just,
it is very easy. And most of the best blues songs.
you know,
I mean, how many lyrics, how many words are actually in the Thrill is gone.
right? Yeah, not very.
You know,
many.
but it's one of the greatest blues songs ever. You know what I mean? So it's just that attitude, that feeling, and the mood behind it. And I like the way your voice kind of comes and backs that up too.
Well, thank you.
So yeah, I like that.
Appreciate
I like that. Yes. Always a good time watching you live and everything. So now you said you wrote this how many years ago or so, or approximately?
You know, it might be 15 years ago.
Wow, it's still relevant today.
It's been a while.
Still people still acting up and don't know how to know how to do things right.
Now, that's never going to stop.
It's never going to stop. It's human nature, and it's totally screwed.
There's always going to be tension with couples and stuff. So
Absolutely.
Universal. You know.
Speaking of that, your wife here, Katie, is hi, Katie. I know she's out there. Hi, sweetie. So let's get the background on that a little bit. And I saw pictures of you and the bambino.
We met actually in 2002, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, she was going to Hanover College in Hanover, Indiana, and she lived with a girl that my best friend Charlie was dating. That I also went to high school with her, and so we went down to visit one night, and we're just being dumb college kids drinking, and I decided I was going to go sleep in the car because there wasn't enough room in this little dorm, and Hanover has a pretty strict policy as far as alcohol and stuff goes, so
Right.
kids aren't supposed to have that stuff, and so the residents of the dorm were a little concerned about me sleeping in the car, just in case security came.
Right.
And my wife came out with my buddy, and then she coaxed me out of the car with promises of I guess I can say it. She's promised to show me her boobs.
Woo! I was waiting for it. Like we're talking college, it's got to be something similar.
she said if you'll get out of the car and come into the dorm, I'll show you my boobs. And I said, no, you won't. I just looked at her for a second, even though I was a little drunk, and I was like, no, you won't. I could tell she wasn't going to do that. And she said, no, I won't, but you need to get out of the car. After that, that was just one night, me hanging out with her and my buddy and all them. And then we split, and I never went back to Hanover again. Cut to like 2 years later, I'm at a bar in downtown Indianapolis called, I can't remember now. It doesn't matter.
They're probably closed.
Yeah, it is actually. And I'm just hanging out by myself in there late one weekend night, and I see Katie, and I recognized her just immediately, and we started talking.
So even through the beer goggles, you still knew what she
Yeah,
was like.
we started.
Katie, you're a special. Oh my God, this is awesome.
Yeah, we started chatting, and after that, like it wasn't a month or two before, if it was even a month before, I was living at her place because I was kind of couch surfing at the time anyway. I was never homeless, but I was a couch surfer, and for a time, and so it wasn't long before I was living with her, and we got married 2 years after that, and I think in 2005 we got married. Our anniversary is actually.
So at what point when did she show you the boobs? I mean, come on, you start the story.
It wasn't long.
I'm gonna need that answer.
It wasn't long. It just wasn't, that night. It was after Indianapolis.
Good job, Katie.
So, yeah.
She's probably going, I'm gonna kick his ass when I get home.
She's gonna do it anyway. So, no, she's awesome, and she's currently about to finish her master's in community development.
All right.
And she works with homeless girls mostly. She told me I shouldn't say the name of the place, so I won't.
Yeah, don't.
But she works with the homeless population, and
Thank you, Katie. You're so special.
she's incredible.
I knew it.
She gave me some information that I could share.
Okay, please do.
Yeah, let me grab my notes if you don't mind.
Absolutely. Wow, how awesome is this?
She would like people to know that in 2020 there's 7,811 homeless people in Detroit, and out of those, 32% of that are children. And
Heartbreaking.
yes, it is. Children and young adults between the ages of birth and 24, and there are shelters and housing programs available that everyone should try to help out. And if you want to help out, call those shelters and ask them what they need.
Yes.
Don't just
The assume.
Right. Because people think, oh, they're always going to need, underwear, socks, all this stuff. Meanwhile, these shelters get over inundated with certain items that people,
Absolutely.
so call them and ask them what they need. If not, donate monetarily.
Yeah, I mean, it's the giving season, and we want to keep it all year round. But since you're paying attention at this point, please, wonderful advice. No, Katie, you're awesome.
Yeah, she really, really is. And since I won't say the name of where she works, I won't actually mention any of these other places. But it's she's always got a beautiful heart. When we met, she was actually working for a place that she would take adults with developmental disabilities out into the community to they take them to their jobs and help them. She just every job she's ever had has been giving
Right.
of herself. She worked
Community based.
yeah, she worked at children's homes and
Oh my God! I think you're my new hero, Katie.
She's the best.
Absolutely. Oh my goodness. Absolutely.
Yeah, she'll finish that master's next month, and after that, she just got a promotion at her job, so everything's looking.
All right. Well, good luck. Good luck to you guys so much. The Carlyle family is just killing it. They're killing it in the game. I mean, the real game. The real game is community based and making a difference in the world. So they are killing it in the real game, y'all. Not just the get on the video and show your butt game. This is what you're supposed to do for folks.
I mean, I'll still do that. I'll still
Well,
show my
well,
butt.
I was going to ask if there's a dollar amount that we could,
Calls right up.
Yeah.
Please don't. Please don't.
Don't feed the entertainers. Put tips in the jar. We're good. They're good with that, y'all. I'm telling you.
That actually reminds me. I have a beef with young Brendan Lindsley.
Online, real life
He
fight.
doesn't even know this is a beef. This will be the first he hears of it. The first time I jammed with him, or he saw me jam, I made a crack on stage about tips. I said that tips are great. Musicians need tips or things. It helps musicians pay for things they need, like strings and picks and
Not just strippers.
bail
and alcohol.
Yeah, I said
and
bail
weed.
and child
See, there's other
support.
things too.
Yeah. So and ever since then, and when I hear him mention the tip jar, he cracks the same joke. He stole that joke from me. So he's a joke thief. But he gets away with it because he's a cool-looking guitar player. He's young.
We gotta put Brendan on the show so he can lash back at Josh. I think this would be a great online battle.
I want him to find out this way. They'll just know that I've been holding this grudge for months and months and months.
And then why not tell it to the world? I think that's a great way to put it.
I'm calling you out, Brendan. You me, man.
Well, he's playing tonight.
Yeah, he'll be at First Place Lounge, won't he?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm thinking about going down there. And speaking of that place, that was, when I first started playing again here,
Right.
When we moved here, I played a couple shows at McShane's and Corktown.
Nice.
And one in Ypsilanti. But then the pandemic hit, and I started making videos.
Right.
And when I first was able to come back out, I don't know what drew me to it, but I went to First Place Lounge.
It's a cool place. It's the coolest, straight up dive.
Yes. And
On the east side, and we have so much fun.
yeah, Delroy's awesome.
Delroy's awesome.
And he gave me the opportunity, and I was playing weekly shows there every Saturday, acoustic shows.
Right.
That Saturday nights right after the pandemic, it was kind of slow. So after a time, I stopped doing that and just go to the jams and stuff there. But I love him, and I love that place.
Aw,
And,
yay.
it's awesome. I'll be sure to blubber at him later.
So what I'm gonna say again, thank you everybody. It's a great show. What a great show and a great talk. And we learned a lot today. We still got a few minutes to go, but I do want to say again, thank you guys. Thank you so much for watching Hot Flash Happy Hour, and right here on WJZZ Cool TV, the coolest station in the world. You can see us streaming live every Thursday from 7 to 8 on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, and Twitter Live. And we want you to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and all that good stuff, and let your friends know about Hot Flash Happy Hour. I am your host, Tasha Owens, and Jimmy Alter getting us a night off, and our wonderful host here, guest, Josh Carlyle, is giving us a lot of insight to coming into the scene as not being part of it from the ground up, and then how welcoming the scene has been.
It's amazing.
Has been to him, and the wonderful opportunities and the wonderful humanitarian things that you and your wife are doing around the city, and for those of us that need that. So having said that, let's get into the song that
okay.
since we've been talking about all the wonderful campaign that Katie's doing with homeless women, and children in need, and people with mental disabilities. These are songs about caring. This is the season to start sharing those messages, and so that people, if you're feeling generous in that, then these are things that are actively going on, and that people actually working in these fields. So it's not just donate. You know where your money's going. So we're seeing where everything is happening and why it's happening. So, yay! How about that music scene? And again, that's closely related to our organization, Michigan Association of Music Artists. We do have programs like that in place that we're going to be getting involved with, as well as music and for the youth out there, music programs and that for those who don't have access to it.
Yeah.
So, Josh, please make me cry.
Okay. This is a song Townes Van Zandt wrote. He was kind of a traveling troubadour type country songwriter back in the day. He wrote some very popular songs, but this one is just a heartbreaking song that I first heard on a movie about Blaise Foley, actually. But it's called Marie, and it's from the perspective of a man who's with a woman named Marie, and they are homeless, and lyrics are powerful.
Wow.
And,
all right, brace yourself, y'all.
all right. I'm going to try and make sure I remember them because I can't find my lyrics now. Stood in line and I left my name. Took about 6 hours or so. The man just grinned like it was all a game and said they'd let me know. I put in my time on the Pocono line. It shut down 2 years ago. I was staying at the Mission till I met Marie. I can't stay there anymore. Fella across town says he's looking for a man to move some old cars around. Maybe me and Marie can find a burnout van and do a little settling down. But I'm just dreaming, I ain't got no ride, and the junkyard's a pretty good ways. That job's about a half week old besides, it'd be gone by now anyway. The man still grinning, said he lost my file. I gotta stand in line again. I wanna kill him, but I just say no. I've had enough of that line, my friend. I head back the bridge, it's getting kinda cold. I'm getting too low down to lie. Reckon I'll just tell Marie the truth and hope she don't break down and cry. I used to play the mouth harp pretty good. I could hustle up a little dough. But I got drunk and I woke up rolled a couple of months ago. They got my harp and they got my dollar. Them low-life so-and-sos. And harps cost money and I ain't got it. It's my own fault, I suppose. The Pocono's down, but the Chesapeake's running 2 freights every day. If it was just me, I'd be headed south, but Marie can't catch no train. She's got some pain and she thinks it's a baby. She says we gotta wait and see. In my heart I know it's a little boy, I hope he don't end up like me. Marie didn't wake up this morning, she didn't even try. She just rolled over and went to heaven. My little boy is safe inside. I laid him in the sun where someone would find him. Caught the Chesapeake on a fly. Marie will know that I'm headed south, so's to meet me by and by. And Marie will know that I'm headed south, so's to meet me by and by.
Wow, that's pretty powerful.
Yeah.
They met, fell in love, had a family, and then lost her. Like,
yeah.
Right, and completely being homeless.
Right. And that's a story.
That's a very, very interesting story and a reality of kind of what that life's all about. So,
yeah.
Wow.
Sorry, the guitar sounded a little out of tune with that. Can't put one there this time. That's okay.
No,
Towns would have played it.
I think that was pretty amazing. I love that. I've never heard that song, and I appreciate you playing it. And before we say goodbye, I want to. Do you have anything going on? I know you're writing now. You're looking for people to collab with. What do you want to put there? Do you have a website?
I brought a list. You can check me out on Facebook or message me on Facebook at J Carlyle Jams. That's JCarlisle JAMS. And find me my music on Spotify or iTunes or any of those places where you can stream or buy music. On Spotify, it's under J Carlyle, just the letter J. Carlyle. People have a lot of trouble with my name, it turns out. So, yeah.
Well, the same way as that famous hotel in New York, the Carlyle.
Yeah. And the Carlyle group. Those
Yep.
guys that rich billionaires or whatever. Anyway, you can get me on Instagram at Bandito80, and that's basically it for my plugs. I don't have any shows coming up right now.
Well, you will see him at jams around town,
Yeah.
and feel free to contact him again and see if
Please
you want
do.
to collab. And what a wonderful songwriter as well.
Absolutely.
And thank you so much for coming on to the show.
Thank you so much for having me. This has been a lot of fun.
And again, since we kind of themed out the show, I'm going to take it down with one of my songs regarding that I wrote about the homeless in Detroit. So I'm hoping check out the video as well. A couple of Detroit music awards. So I want to hit you with that, you guys. And let's listen for a couple of minutes.
16 below on a cold February night, heading for home, away from the city lights. I see a man with a sign outside my window. We'll work for food, I'm hungry with nowhere to go. A few years back, I could have said yes, I know. And as I drove by, tears began